Hello everybody, welcome to Monday's MCN, recorded on a Saturday, which is a bit weird, but needs must. Things are happening, so in real life. So yes, anyway, let's get into what's happening in the community. So one of the main things, if you've seen the content over the weekend, just kind of keep you up to date, there is a problem with the Selector that has now been sorted. When it comes to the voting, the International Women's Day vote for the rework, it is still something that is being addressed, and compensation will be apparently going out to players. There's nothing confirmed by Kabam, but definitely somebody that would have had that information has said that yes, that will be sorted, especially because people want to get their units, and that needs to be resolved. We'll find out what that's going to be or when that's going to be very, very soon, especially because we still got 24 days left of the event, or at the point of recording this video, probably about, when it released, this video released 22 days. So there's still more to come on this situation as we go further into the month. Next up, Incursions. Where is Incursions at? You may be looking in game. For those that like Incursions, I do like Incursions. Sadly, with the game at the moment, I just don't have the time to do it. And I want to be able to do it, but sadly, well, there's just so much to do. Epoch of Pain I'm doing it on a weekly basis so I don't burn out. Full-time job, and also trying to make videos and guides and do other content and projects. But sometimes you just don't have the time for everything. But in any case, for those that want to look in game right now, you'll find there's no Incursions. When is it coming back? Well, it is actually coming back very, very soon. Very, very soon being Wednesday. Although Kabam seem to have done it again, where they, in their event dates information, have put Wednesday, March 11th. Now, again, we have got this problem where Kabam have got their dating wrong, and it is the 12th of March being the Wednesday. So it's not just me messing up on my dates. I remember, I'm not a multi-million dollar company. You can see there, 11th of March is the Tuesday. The British Day of Chewing. It's Tuesday, isn't it? That's when you're going to see the return back. Unless Kabam have got it wrong, but let's go with the assumption is it's either going to be Tuesday or it's going to be Wednesday. More than likely, Wednesday for the return of it for those that like it. Now let's do theories around Jean Grey's synergy. If you go into game at the moment and go into the bonus synergy section, you can see that Jean Grey has on From the Ashes and Star-Crossed Lovers this kind of like revealed soon champion. I think this could be Cyclops. I know that we'd probably say, well, Cyclops is already in game, but well, for some reason you kind of go, why is there no synergy with Cyclops? I personally think that those two are associated with that. Now, I could be wrong, and that would be good because we could do a further kind of speculation type video, but I do think these here are reserved for Cyclops. Especially, you might go, oh, well, shouldn't it be Cyclops in there at the moment as a linking? Well, they may want to do new synergies, relink, or do new links with Cyclops, so therefore, for whatever reason on the back end, they can't code it so that you would see revealed soon as being Cyclops. I just think that it's more than likely to be Cyclops, but I could be wrong, and I'll take that as I'm wrong when later down the line. There is one here with a question mark that more than likely is going to be From the Ashes, or there could be a left field champion. Kabam never really like to give away a lot with new champions added to the game or new synergy speculation and stuff. Now, from a perspective of From the Ashes, effectively Resurrection. If you follow the Marvel Universe, you'll pretty much be understanding that there's a lot of characters in the Marvel Universe that get resurrected for whatever reason. It is a big list of characters. Well, we like this one, people liked it. Well, should we just resurrect the character? Yes, so they're not dead forever. That's the thing. The resurrected character, or From the Ashes, could be Angel. There is actually this weird love interest thing with Jean Grey and Angel. I don't know if we'd necessarily see it because, let's face it, Archangel is what we know in game. But we could see like just a regular Angel version. I don't think he would be as strong as Archangel, but you never know. There's also another out there theory that we could be having as a more consistent resurrected character, Wonder Man. The running joke is that Jean Grey is the character that gets like resurrected the most, but there is also a good shout for Wonder Man because Wonder Man gets resurrected a lot more, and he's kind of like a bit of a running joke. However, I don't know if that is going to be the case because a lot of people are dead set on Madelyne Prior, which, let's face it, that is the more likely character to be the Ressurected, the From the Ashes. But we'll have to see. It's always very exciting what could be a new character coming to MCOC and what the tie-ins could be with the synergies. What are your thoughts on some of the characters mentioned, and do you have one that maybe is different to the ones that I've suggested? Put it in the comments. So let's move on to the Alliance War Season 56 issues. One thing that has been stirring around at the moment is like a lot of problems with its start point, and as well getting a match, and as well some other issues as well from the result of what happened in the first war. Definitely needs to be something on Kabam's radar. So trying to explain the kind of current issue, or the issue that experienced with War 1, is kind of a light way to explain it, but we'll have a look at the kind of the full kind of response from Kabam and also some offshoots from that. So DNA 3000 said that because of alliances that either mismatched or failed to match at all, there's no possible way for that to fix itself automatically, with the war situation. My alliance is one of those in season and off season, and we didn't match. As of this morning, we still aren't matched, but that's to be expected. And for alliances that did match, but with wrong number of groups, because there was again like a groups issue or battleground group issue, there's no possible automatic remedy at all because they actually are in a war, just the wrong one. Neither of these can really be mitigated without cancelling War 1 entirely, and that's kind of like that. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on with this season 56 War 1. That we need to kind of go into. And Dave said, as the issue was resolved, I see it had a lasting effect, no problem. This is why I checked back. Okay, let me get with the team on this one. There was also, I think some people got the wrong end of the stick and kind of gave this kind of impression that Dave was like, oh, well, it's been fixed as of 6th of March. He was referring to, from what I gather, he's referring to like the issues of why we had to be in a longer off season, but I don't know if there may be kind of like a out of context response, not out of context, but kind of the context of this, of what people responding to. It's like when people kind of say to me, when I've responded to something, but because a situation has changed, then therefore am I responding to the situational change, that then people go, oh, that's kind of out of context. It's weird. It's like when people kind of like rock up to a show and go, this isn't a show that I kind of came to watch. Yeah, but you're here now, what are you going to do? Well, I'm not going to watch a show, or I am going to watch a show, and like, but I don't like the band. Yeah, and you're still here. It's like, it's very weird context response to the content. Anyway, whatever. We need to find out exactly what Kabam have said on this, because for the first war of Season 56, we have unfortunately run into a couple of issues that have negatively impacted summoners. See below for the issues along with the corrective course of action. So 1, alliances were unable to enter matchmaking. For these alliances, we'll be awarding a buy to help fill the gap of those that were missed. Alliances that did match were not awarded any season points at the conclusion of the war. For affected alliances, we will reward them the points they would have gotten after their war match concluded. As of now, we don't have a timeline attached, but we'll update as soon as we have a target and execute the above plan. Thank you for your patience and stay tuned for the next update. So, I think not great overall, but well, no, this is a solution overall. I'd say it's not great. It's an adequate solution overall, but it's not going to be ideal for everybody. What's everyone's thoughts on the situation around? So what's everyone's thoughts around the situation of Alliance Wars? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it good that they managed to solve a problem, but bad because you kind of feel like, well, you put all that effort into War 1 to get ultimately spanked in the end? Now we're going to end the show on this. We've been talking about topics of people feeling that they're not really enjoying themselves with the game. I'm in a very weird situation. Like, as I've said, 2 weeks into the month of new content, I'm really excited about stuff. And I've got plans now for videos that I want to make up until, say, next weekend. And, or like this weekend. And then there's a point where I just go, well, where are we up to with other things like the bugs, the problems, the general gameplay issues, the modes, revamping the modes, rewarding better with some of the different content that's there, that's just like the stuff for casual players, for mid-level grind players, and other stuff like that. Where are these things? And definitely you reach that point in time, but where do people, how do people get to that point of feeling, well, they want to take a break? And this is where we're going to analyze something, and Kabam respond to some stuff here. So my nuts says, after talking to a couple of Alliance mates and seeing some scattered comments around on various social media platforms, I wanted to do a community pulse check and see how people were feeling about the game recently. Personally, I would normally play it all the time and would grind the arena a lot to save a bunch of units, do content as soon as it comes out, but I don't even think I've logged on more than a handful of times since that last live stream to do a couple of things, or even do all in the last 24 hours. I definitely think off the back of how Kabam have put out the last live stream, there was a lot of spendy based things. I mean, I've talked about it, many other people have talked about it. We had the Daredevil deal, we had, what was it, the light essence deal things, we've had this like a mega chain that popped up, another spending type event, and I think there's something else that I've missed off of. Either way, you've got like 4 potential spendy things that have kind of come about, or things that have tied into, if you, oh, and I suppose someone as Sigil kind of plays its factor into that as well. So it just kind of feels like it's a bit much. I mean, don't spend if you don't want to spend. I don't spend. I'm still getting through content, scrubbing through it. You know what I mean. But it's hard work that has to kind of go into it at the same time. And it's definitely like a communication factor breakdown in certain areas to kind of, again, find out like light essence, like where's the light essence. We know that it's in some of the content for Lumatrix, but we don't know to what volume. Like, what am I preparing for as a non-spending player? Am I preparing to do, like, I have to do the ordeal, or I have to do the Alliance Wars showcase that comes in like either next month, because that will have the most or the least amount. What content am I not needing to do? There's specifics there, the same specifics that are within the Phoenix rework, because you want to feel like you're in on the joke, in on the vibe, like what's happening, how to do things. And I guess on the lack of communication factors, like, could you say anything might be attributed to like Michael Jacks? As much as people, it's quite kind of weird, because I see a lot of the time people talking about like how they miss Mike and Jax. I mean, look, the way that people would, how Mike would interact with people and people interact with Mike. But did you get like little nuggets of kind of like what's happening in the future? Yes. And that was kind of cool, because you got some like little hope of the future with stuff. But I think between Dave and Karate Mike and Pinwheel, they're doing a good enough job. I don't know if maybe they've been told not to be like Mike and Jax, and I don't know if maybe people consider that. Look, I don't know. I don't want to assume these things. I'm just looking at the fact of going, if it's different, ask the question, why have they been different? Is it communication? Have they been told not to give out quite so much info and say future hype and other things that might be coming in the future, like champion releases, game features, and other stuff like that? Have they been told, like, no, you can't, oh, we might know that this new mode is coming, or this rewards buff is coming, but they're not allowed to do it? Is it something that Kabam Crashed does more and is allowed to do? Like, ask those questions rather than kind of going, oh, it's different. Yeah, but why is it different? Are they not allowed to do or say certain things like Mike and Jax used to? Maybe this is echoed by this. Like, Dave says, I know there's quite an affinity for former community team, so if there were actions from them that you really liked and want to see emulated, please feel free to let us know and we'll try to get that implemented. We're a different team with different tactics and strategies, but we'll do our best to oblige. That may, again, answer the question without even like having to ask it. They may be not allowed to say to you, hey, in 2 months' time, we've got something that you're really going to like about rewards buffs. Stay tuned for a Battlegrounds improvement. All these things are going to be, fixed in the future. Keep tuned till May. Like, it's just that hype, isn't it? That hype, that kind of like just keeping the community with hope, that we kind of feel like maybe let's Kabam Crash, that's the only one that's able to kind of do that, because he's higher up, so therefore he can give those nuggets of future joy that you can consume. Maybe this is the divide, isn't it? Like, Kabam are telling, the top end of Kabam maybe telling the community managers not to be quite as open and transparent. Possibly, because they're treating it like, you know, literal, like community manager in gaming. Player has idea, take two game team. Or player has this, like, problem, take two game team. Game team say they fix at some point. Information back, not back to community manager to tell community. It's like, is it like very robotic? Is it gone away from being personable? Has it gone away from being, you know, something else? And I see at times like there is little bits of like personality, you know, the personable ability with it. But yeah, it's just finding substance, isn't it? Substance around things that are changing, improving. Problems, are they being fixed? How are they being fixed? Could they be fixed? When they're going to be fixed? And the Trello board's alright, but there's a lot of stuff that's not on the Trello board, and there's a lot of stuff that's, I'd say, like, just goes into the ether. There's bugs that are just, like, never being able to replicate that. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff, I think, a lot of communication. And as well, just want good vibes back. I think that's what players want to see. But hopefully, I always go with hope, because you have to always go with hope that things can improve. And this year is a big year for Kabam. There's a lot of problems still in the game that need to be fixed. There's a lot of modes, rewards that need to be buffed, other improvements. But do you think Kabam will get there this year? Do you think they'll get a lot of stuff done that you want to see? Of course, let me know. In any case, that's been it for the MCN. Check out some other content that's located on screen. Have a lovely week, whatever you're doing. I'm going to have a bit of a rest. And I'll see you all very soon. Have a lovely day and goodbye.